I want to read this a 30 back with another. Actually, this one's one I'm pretty excited to look at. This is the Grandpere from Expedition Ritz, a magician named Rich Manley. This is inspired by his grandfather, his late grandfather, who was a explorer. He was a world traveler, a surgeon, a magician, and more. And basically inspired by his love of exploration and stuff like that. And I guess Rich is into that as well. It's a very nice kind of almost a soft touch stock for the tuck case. It says ER Expedition Ritz, and then Grandpere, which is French for grandfather, and Expedition Ritz on the bottom. And you see his grandfather on there, sailing on his boat. Apparently he has all sorts of trinkets and treasures that his grandfather collected over the years, which is really cool. It's kind of like the real life Nathan Drake almost. From the Uncharted games, familiar with it. The art kind of wraps around the side. It's kind of a ancient or weathered look, vintage look. On the top, the bottom says ER. Created by Rich Manley. Art by Donnie Arzwan. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And thumbs up to him for this fantastic artwork. The back, you see a nice kind of a world map. You see Africa, Madagascar, India. And that's what you kind of see throughout the box is kind of a map in Europe and everything. It's very small, very hard to see all the different places, but let me know if you can make out any of those names. And then here you got a nice compass and a nice custom seal with ER on it. Check out expeditionritz.com, by the way. And there it says Expedition Ritz with some more of the map. Oh, this is Canada. Lovely. Somewhere around here, more or less, if you're wondering. And you got a couple of stars here. And the inside, more weathered map details. And it says like it's showing us more of Asia, more of the world. It's pretty much what's on the outside of the tuck case is on the inside as well. And just a nice weathered look. You got an ad card with information. You can see it's all weathered. What's interesting as well, it probably says here, apparently back in the 1940s and 50s, they used to teach surgeons sleight of hand to improve the dexterity for performing surgeries. I think that's awesome, and I think they should do that right now. And instead, they're focusing on letting robots do all the intricate little things when we humans used to do that at some point in time. And still do, obviously. Here's the back design. It's pretty simple. It's got a compass on there. It says ER with his logo. And there is Ritz on there doing some mountain climbing, I guess. And it's a nice weathered look. It's mirror image, I do believe. Oh. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there was a one-way detail. Magic and whatnot. Because he's a magician and it's not illusionist, but I don't see that. I don't see a one-way design, and I don't believe it's marked. The Jokers feature his grandfather. His name was Douglas Marsot. And you get 2 free Jokers. One of them actually has a reveal on him. This one right here, I need a diamond reveal. So that's really cool. And he actually has a tutorial that you get a link to on this card that you can learn how to use that. The Ace of Spades is a nice classic looking pip with his logo on it and the compass. And nice weathered number cards. Interesting pip layout. I will say my one big disappointment is every card has the same weathering on it. They should have made it so each one is a bit different. Then going on to the court cards, are all completely custom with a vintage kind of style to them, classic style. There is Rich Manley himself, Nellie Bly, James Cook. The court cards are featured with famous explorers, not including Rich, of course, from the golden age of exploration. such as David Livingston, Isabella Bird, Zhang He, Jacques Cousteau, of course, Annie Smith Peck, Ernest Shackleton. Oh, yeah, those custom pips. Kind of look like leaves almost. Really cool. Then we have good old Sir Francis Drake, Sagagawa, and Magellan, who of course is wanted for some of the maps as we know it. Sir Francis Drake, of course, pretty big fixture of the Uncharted video game series. I don't know how much of that is true. What the heck the video games, but some of it I'm sure is based on truth. Anyway, really cool deck, printed by USPCC. It says on the highest quality, air cushion finish. Looks nice for fanning and forcing. Obviously made with magic in mind. Beautiful artwork, a solid A plus in my opinion. I like it. That's why I got it, because I saw it and I went, damn it, I like it. And it's one deck. It's not 3 or 4, a series of 3 or 4 decks. It's relatively decent priced. So I got it. And I do recommend getting it if you like it as well. Comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. We'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching.